This is Jelani McCaskey reporting for Writers Block Media Group and the SIAC conference here with Jasmine Birdsong Senior for Fort Valley State University. Jasmine, how are you today?
I'm doing great, and yourself?
I'm good, good. Let's talk about your career here at Fort Valley State. First, where did you go to high school?
I went to Hancock Central High School in Sparta, Georgia.
Sparta, Georgia. What made you choose Fort Valley State?
What made me choose Fort Valley? I knew I wanted to go to school for a basketball scholarship and an academic scholarship, and he gave me an opportunity, so I chose it, basically.
What was the most difficult part when you first got here that was basically different from your high school career?
I noticed that the game was a lot faster. I wasn't where I needed to be. I think I lacked some potential skills that I developed over the years.
Okay, talk about that a little bit. Seeing you play your first couple years and then your last 2 years, or your last year and then this year. Tell me about the difference between starting out at Fort Valley and now being a senior on this team.
Okay, the difference is when I was in high school, I was a garbage player. It sounds bad, but it really isn't. I was the cleanup person. I would get the rebounds and stuff like that when my teammates missed and just put them back. Just easy buckets. How I was successful with that was by getting position over the other player. When I came to Fort Valley, I progressed a three-point game. I got a little bit better in post moves. I'm more confident than I were before. And over the years, it just gradually came along. Working hard, putting work in the gym constantly.
Okay. Yeah, because seeing you play your first couple years, I said, okay, she's mainly just a rebounder. She comes in, she gets energy, she rebounds the ball. But now, since you developed your three-point shot, what did you do to get better at shooting those three-pointers?
It started the beginning of my junior year. We have individual workouts. When Coach Lonnie Freeman was here, he was in charge of my group. And what he had us do was work on ball handling skills and just shoot 100 threes every day with men basketball, then shoot 100 with women's basketball. And then we would shoot chip shots with the heavyweight ball, and that gave me more strength to shoot the ball farther to expand my distance.
That's interesting because most post players, you don't find a lot of post players, especially in the SIAC, taking three-point shots. So, how do you feel that has actually helped your game?
They don't look for me being able to take the shot, so it catches them by surprise. And by the time they recognize it'd be too late, I probably got high on the spree and get more open looks to the goal. Okay.
All right. Let's talk about, your career after basketball. What are your plans to... what are your plans after basketball? What do you want to do with your life after that?
I'm majoring in electronic engineering and technology.
Okay.
So my plans is really to work with a big-time company. I want to travel. If I do get chosen or drafted, I will try to go overseas or anything like that. Whatever presents itself an opportunity, what best fits me at the time. Sometimes it's good to plan ahead, but also good to, when you have everything on the table, analyze what you want and what comes first.
Okay, big time company. So there's a lot of electrical companies such as GE and places like that. Lockheed Martin. So is that on your short list right now?
Yes, and to get internships through Inroads, Georgia Power, like I just mentioned, Lockheed Martin. And just to advertise myself and get a lot of networking.
Okay. How do you think this conference can help you even in your future endeavors?
As far as teaching me things like leadership, discipline, being able to know that it's not just about me, it's other people's lives and different people's lives at stake also. Being able to compromise, because I play on a team with a lot of women, quote unquote how women are, with different attitudes, being able to adjust, and see in my program is a lot of men, so I'm getting both sides of the field.
That's good. Any community service type things that you would like to do?
I'm actually doing Big Brother, Big Sister now. I have 2 little brothers and a sister. So
Wow, 3.
3. Basically, it's just like when I came in, I thought it was a 1 deal package, but it came 3. So I just took it on and just try to be a good leader in their life. Show them that it doesn't matter where you come from, you still can come up and be successful in whatever you want to do.
That's true. That's true. Talk about that experience and dealing with that. So, what kind of activities do you guys like to do?
They love to play basketball, football, of course. His name is Keyshawn, but my primary brother is Daquan. And what he really likes to do, he's the type of person that loves a lot of attention. He needs loving and caring. Hearing it every day helps him realize how important he is in life, basically. Because he's bad at times, but I don't think he's just bad. I just think he needs more attention and caring. Because when he responds very good to me, yes ma'am, no ma'am, teaching him stuff like that, manners.
Okay, all right, that's good. I want to talk about the game coming up against Miles. We know they have, Miss Thomas in the middle. She plays different positions. What kind of challenge is it to, defend her?
Well, I'm thinking. Only challenge I think is let her do what she want to do. If I can interfere with what she want to do, then that'll kind of startle her a little bit, make coach get on her a little bit more pressure applied to her. And I think if I can just stop her and get between her and the basket, I will be fine until she start pulling up. Then I know how to crowd her and rely on my teammates for help.
Okay. To me, again, I consider you the energizer on your team. I feel like when you go, the team goes. When you're not available, the team kind of lags a little bit. Talk about your leadership and how you've developed it over these 4 years.
I guess I put God first in my life, and He brings joy that's unspeakable. So I just try to share among other people, and I'm a hard worker. Like it's in me to work hard, and I want to win. So I just try to push my teammates to want the same thing. I know they do, but they kind of a little slow about it sometimes and need to pep up, because if they do something wrong, they feel kind of bad. But they need to realize you're going to make mistakes. You have to let it go and recover. And that's what I had to learn. I used to get on myself so hard about when I make mistakes. But then as I learned from my mistakes, I got better, not just as a player, but as a person inside. Knowing when I'm wrong, the first step is admitting when you're wrong and you see your mistake. Then you go back and correct it and accept whatever was being presented.
Okay. What do you feel like the keys to winning tonight's game is going to be against Miles?
Lately, they haven't been letting none of their opponents score over 50. But that's not Lady Wildcats basketball. We're a running team, a defensive team, a pressing team. They know that we're going to press regardless, and they're going to be prepared for it. But pressing comes with intensity. If we bring, like I know we can play Lady Wildcats basketball, I think that we'll be more successful, pushing the ball, running the floor, out-rebounding them, making good decisions about passes, less turnovers, and making our shots. If they come in our gym, one advantage that I know we should have is they shouldn't outshoot us in our own gym and make more free throws than we are.
How do your teammates find you, on the offensive end, in one of those half-court sets?
On the offensive end, I think they find me by observing my opponent. Depending on who I have on me. If they're taller, they know, and I'm posting up real hard. You're supposed to post up real hard and show your number before they pass you the ball. They'll give me a bounce pass if they're taller. If they're about the same height, then we'll do probably like a pick and roll, or maybe a pick and pop. It depends on the setting and what's called at the time.
Okay, good. Last question. The goal of the season is always a championship. You've pretty much won championships every year. How great would it be to finish your career as a Wildcat with that SIAC championship?
That will be overwhelming, but I have my on a bigger prize than just the SIAC conference. But I don't want to overlook nobody in the conference because I know what it takes to get there, and I have to go through them to get where I want to be. So,
okay, good. This has been Jelani McCaskey with Writer's Block Media and the SIAC audience.